Hey, I'm Tracy here with my production crew, Tegan, and his smartphone. I'm going to show you how to cook the best ribs. I always get asked on these how to do it, and I'm going to quickly show you how. So these are just spare ribs I bought at the local grocery store. Pre-cryovac if you can. Otherwise, you're going to have to vacuum pack them or put them into a sealed bag for the sous vide machine. Make sure you get the labels off, which I find really easy to pull off once they're frozen. And put them in the machine. I preheat it to 146 degrees. It's going to take 24 hours. So once your water's hot, you just, if it's a small cooler like this, you fold the ribs and put them straight in there. Or if you have a big enough cooler, you can take the frozen ribs and set them right in there and go a few extra hours. But that's all you have to do. Okay, this rib's been in here for 24 hours. This one I put in fresh. So I'll unplug this. I just got an old cooler with a hole in the top. And there we go. I just rinse them nice and clean. And they always say to pull that membrane off before you cook it and stuff, but I find it just comes off so easy after it's cooked. There's no seasoning on this yet. We're going to have that after. And the temperature was 145 is what I had cooked that at for 24 hours. So next step is everybody kind of makes their own sauce, but you can probably use straight barbecue sauce. And then I season them here with a little bit of salt and pepper. And I'll do that to both sides of them. And I also like a little bit of a sprinkle of garlic on them. And then the next step is to cover both sides with barbecue mixture and then put them in the oven. So I'll show you that in a second here. Make sure they're all coated everywhere. That's makes it quite nice. But yeah, they're really gray looking now and it's not overly appealing yet. But once they're baked on here, and it doesn't take too long, it's a pretty quick process. Okay, now that the oven's preheated to 500, we're ready to put this in. Nicely coated, and stick them in there and keep an eye on them so they don't burn. And I'll come back to it when they're coasted over. Okay, pull the ribs out partway through, and I'm just gonna season on this one side here. Now there's kind of two sides of the ribs. That one side's pretty and one side's ugly, so I'm going to finish off the ugly side first and just pop those back in until that looks good, and then I'll flip them over to the nice side and finish them off and move it back in. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes, and that's about where you want them. I'm going to flip them over to the final side and coat them and finish them off. So another probably 5 minutes or less and we'll be done. Cut. Okay, that was about 4 minutes, And I would say that looks pretty close to where we want them. So I usually just finish them off with a sprinkling of salt on top. And I let them sit for a while to cool down. And I'll put them over there and they'll look beautiful in a few minutes. So I'll show you back just before we plate them. Okay, this is the final product. Just pull them out. That's after the sprinkle of salt. And they just beautiful. Just like that. Fall off the bone. And then I usually cut them up down the bones and let them cool a bit before we eat them because they're pretty hot. Yeah, just like that. There we go.